StraightallDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Addressing a question that I get often from players asking me about like training schedule or training strategy. When you work out, what do you do first? Do you do lift weights first, then basketball, or do you do basketball and then conditioning, or do you do running first, then basketball? Which one should you do first? Do you separate them? Which one is better, etc., etc.? I'm gonna break it down basically how it works. Now, the way that I used to do it, actually, let me start back in college. When I was in college and I first started lifting weights like consistently, I would go and lift weights first, and then I would come and get on the basketball court and shoot that fatigue out of my arms. Because a lot of you, of course, if you lift weights and then you go play basketball right after you lifted weights, your first couple shots gonna be all over the place because you don't got the extension in your arms, your muscles is all tense and broken down because you was just lifting weights. So I would do that in college, and then I broke it down when I became an adult. Once I got into my adult life, I would break it down as far as separating them completely. So I would do maybe lift early in the morning and then go home, eat, do whatever I was doing. If you work, go to work, and then come back later on in the day and do basketball. Now, and that's what I did for a long time. For a lot of years, that was basically my schedule. But now what I've done, I've decided to do them more back-to-back, because I was actually reading a basketball trainer whom I never trained with, but whose expertise I respect. Someone was asking him about how he does with his clients, and he said we go back-to-back. Like, we do on the court, then we go back-to-back, weight room or whatever the second workout is. So I decided with myself, there's one thing I was trying to deal with. I was finding myself not having really enough time. I was like, I'm using too much time in the day. I need a way to give myself back some more time. So what can I do? What can I change to give myself more time in the day but still get everything done? And that actually is a credit to this guy named Tim Ferriss. He wrote a book called The 4-Hour Work Week. He also wrote The 4-Hour Chef and The 4-Hour Body, where he talks about batching tasks. That basically means you take a bunch of stuff, or two things at least, that you normally do every day, and you batch them together instead of separating them. See how many different things you can get done all at once. You get everything done productively, and then you got all that extra time left to do whatever you want to do with your day. So basically, the change that I made is I'll go and get on the court, and I'll go straight from the court to lifting weights, or straight from the court to the track, or straight from the court to running on the beach, or straight from the court to the treadmill. The reason I do on the court first is because I'm a basketball player. And if you're a basketball player, whatever sport you play, your sport should be taking priority over whatever other workouts you're doing. Like, I'm not a track and field athlete. I'm not a bodybuilder. So if I'm lifting weights and playing basketball in the same day, the number one priority is basketball, because I'm a basketball player. Now, if you're a track and field athlete and you like to play basketball, or basketball is part of your training, if you want to call it that, then you should be hitting the track first. When you get done on the track, then you go play basketball, because track should be your priority, because you're a track and field athlete. And as far as energy goes, of course, if you do two workouts, theoretically, the energy in the first workout is going to be higher than the second, because the second workout, you coming off doing a workout already, and the first one you coming off, rest, coming from sleeping or coming from home or whatever you was doing before that. You're going to have more energy for that first one. So if you're doing two workouts, the number one priority is whatever sport it is you're training for. You're a weightlifter, your first workout should be lifting weights. Then after that, you do the other thing that's a supplement to your workout. If I can only do one workout every day for the rest of my life, it's going to be on the court, because I'm a basketball player. I'm not going to choose lifting weights. I'm not going to choose running, because then I won't be able to play basketball. All that stuff is a supplement to being a basketball player. So I go on the court, then I go straight to the weight room, or on the court, straight to the track, on the court, straight to the beach, straight to the treadmill, straight to yoga, straight to Pilates, straight to working with my trainer, whatever. So that's what I do. On the court first, everything else second. Prioritize your sport, number one. Everything else falls in line behind that. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
It's Charlie from Charlie Sun TV. Subscribe to me, and hey you, work on your game.